Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is May 6th, and this is your aftermarket update. So we just completed day 2 of the Funded Trader Prep course that we are taking here live in the day trading chat room. If you are not familiar with Top Step Trader and the funding process, we have a number of articles and videos on the website here that you can view and get a really good sense for what it is that we're doing. But from a high-level perspective, Top Step Trader is the leading funder of trading talent in the country, and they provide funding for traders who can successfully complete their testing criteria. Their testing criteria is simply, can you trade within their parameters or can you not? They have 2 phases to this process. Phase number 1 is what they call a trading combine, and that is with a predetermined profit target and a set of predetermined loss, max loss, drawdown, etc. Then once you pass that, then they have another test that you have to go through, and that's called Funded Trader Prep, and that is the process that we are going through right now. We are on a 50K combine, which simply means that over the course of a minimum of 10 days, there is no maximum, but over the course of a minimum of 10 days, that we had to achieve a profit objective of $3,000, and we were successfully able to do that. In fact, in 10 days, we hit the $3,000 profit objective. Now, in this Funded Trader Prep, which is the second piece of that, you have to achieve with a bit of modified parameters. You have to achieve in a minimum of 10 days, which means you have to trade for 10 days. And during that 10-day period, you have to in that minimum of 10 days and a maximum of 60 days, you have to hit a profit objective of $1,000 without hitting the daily or weekly max drawdown. So we finished up day 2 here. And if you look here in the top right-hand corner of the screen, you can see where we are for those 2 days. Today we had a $270 CL trade and a $50 net ES winning day. And then, of course, we had $33.12 in fees for a total equity of $393.84. You can see that here, and this is the screenshot that you'll see inside of the post if you're watching this video on the website. And you can see here that this is the 2 days at $393.84, and this again is the screenshot that you will see inside of your inside of the post here, detailing out day 2. So we're about we're just shy of $400, so we're just shy of 40% of hitting our profit objective of $1,000 in a minimum of 10 days. And so what that essentially means is when and if we are successful in achieving this Funded Trader Prep, we will have gone through the combine live in front of the daily chat room. We will have taken these trades live in front of the daily chat room. And during that period, if and when we make it through successfully, then we will have passed all of their criteria, and they will fund us with a $50,000 or the buying power equivalent to a $50,000 trading account. Now, having said that, they're not going to send you a check for $50,000. It's important that you understand that. They're not going to send you a check for $50,000, but they're going to give you buying power and risk parameters equivalent to a $50,000 trading account. Again, as with anything, there are rules around anything like this, and they have a specific set of rules. So again, if you're not familiar with this program or this process, I encourage you to go to the Get Funded tab on the website, our website, or you can visit Top Step Trader directly, and there are links inside of our website and posts that you can go directly to them and check it out as well. So we had a decent day here today, $320. Now, we left some opportunity on the table, but again, we are specifically working towards getting through this Funded Trader Prep idea so that we can get we could show the customers of OTG, the room members here, exactly how you walk from A to Z from not being funded with Top Step Trader through the testing process to help them become funded traders. So again, let's talk a little bit about, we had two things today on the ES. Our market maker levels played a very major role in what we were looking at here today. Now, I did have a winning trade and a losing trade on the ES today, and the losing trade really was kind of a bummer. And what I mean by that is, well, let me just show you here. So we have our market maker levels, and I'm going to turn off all of them except for the structure levels, all right? So as the market opens up, we had a first-time touch of our level here. First of all, we said that we thought the market would be in choppy sideways conditions, meaning that until we hit certain points on the chart, the trade would be difficult. And we have these market maker levels provide excellent opportunities when the market conditions are in that state. So the short here today on the daily structure signal, 204475. The way that we enter into these trades is we always come one tick ahead of that level to ensure that, because these levels are so precise, so that it doesn't just come tick into that level and then fall. Well, today that got us a little bit here. We had 2044 half, and then it took me out at 204675. So it took me out. Really, it went 8 ticks off of the level. It really took me out at 9 ticks. So that was the first losing trade. In fact, I believe I had my stop just 1 tick above that. Actually, no, that took me out right there. Sorry, scratch that. It took me out by 1 tick right up here at the top. So I had my stop at 8 ticks. It went to 9 ticks. We jumped back on board this market, and eventually we got the winning trade here to be up. Ended up being up $50 here today. But as the market does, we look for it to go from structure signal down to the structure mid. In fact, it went a little bit deeper than that, but did not reach the structure signal or the structure target underneath us. Okay, so a couple of things to note here. So we took this leg of the trade. In fact, we took one off at 3 points, and we were holding for this structure mid, and it came back and took me out at 2 points instead of going the full. Really, it was, we said we were going to go from 44 half here down to this 38 half, which was 6 points. But I ended up getting taken out at one off at 3 points and one off at 2 points. And that's why we made the extra $50 on the trade. But as we talked about, when the market goes structure signal, you expect it to go to mid. If it goes to mid and then can't go down to the structure signal or the target on the other side, then eventually you expect it to reach the structure target on this side. So let's take a look here. We'll measure how you could have gotten into the long. Now, mind you, we did not do this today because we did end up with a really nice CL trade along with that ES trade that put us over the top. And so, again, we are on this modified funded trader prep combine, and so we are just taking our grabs as we can. We only need to make $1,000 to show you how to get funded on this live account. So we are following these parameters. So if you measure, however, if you wanted to get into this, if you measure that swing low up to this swing high, then we have, you came down into the 79% retracement, but we also have the sweet spot here at the 70.5. You could have gotten in on either one of these opportunities. You would have put up with just about a point and a half of heat, and you would have been targeting up to the daily structure target, which is your market maker level up here. And then the market rotates, goes back to the structure signal, and ultimately takes out the structure target. So the way that these market maker levels work, and if you are a regular room member and you have access to this program, you know this to be the case. When the market goes to the signal, it's going to kick the target. Now, is it going to kick this target on the lower end, or is it going to kick the target on the upper end? And then that is the question. And the keys to the tells are in this. Does it get past this structure mid down to the structure signal on the other side? Does it close below this structure signal? Then you would be expecting this to come down here. Once you can't reach this area and you had the perfect idea, right? You had this retracement area that we look at here. If you rally up to it, this red line is one of our favorite retracement points. And of course, it rallies all the way up to the daily structure target. So kick the signal and paid the target here on the ES, and you had an opportunity to go long from 2035 quarter to the structure target at 2051. So what is that? Almost 16 ES points or 64 ticks. And that would have been a way that you could have taken advantage of that. Now, we offer a training program about these market maker levels. We just conducted a live training session about 2 weeks ago. We'll be doing another live session in the not too distant future, but we do have all of this training material, teach you how to use this in your membership package. So again, we are right up here on top of the daily structure target here today. Also, one of the other things that we do here is we provide you with a trading plan on the day. The trading plan here today worked brilliantly. Again, we had an opportunity, right? We had this opportunity. We got long in this area here today. We got long up in this area here based on the trade plan. So what we said, I'm going to back this up just a little bit so that you can see this more clearly. We'll pull this chart here. We'll bring it like this so that you can see. And we'll slide this down here. Okay, so as we entered into the open today, and the open is right in this area right here. This is 845. Okay, so the open right here. All right. So as the market opened up, we were below this 43.90 area. If you take a look at your trade plan, let's see if I can blow this up for you a little bit. There we go. Okay. So if you take a look at the trade plan here today, we were looking at our secondary strategy. We said we were going to get long on a B2 tactic, okay, on a breakout tactic. Let me pull the tactic worksheet up for you. I should have done that to start, but I'll get it up here for you. Give me a second. Okay, we're going to take a look here at the tactic worksheet. Okay, B2 is the tactic. We said we were going to get long on a B2 tactic. B stands for breakout trades, and B2, that is the second B2. So you see here, B2, this is the second setup on the breakout tactics worksheet. Okay, the indicators you need for this are the OTG wave and the OTG support and resistance. All right, so that's the B2 tactic. We told you this about 14 hours, maybe 13 hours in advance. We put the trade plan out the night before, and the trade plan was available to you that night before. So as the market comes down through, we spelled it out here. The market needs to sell off below 43.89 or lower. Okay, that's this level here. Sell off at 43.89 or lower, and then rally for a break above 44.64. This would be a good add-on strategy if the fade from this level, 43.35, took you on up into it, right? That would be a good add-on strategy. But if this 43.35 doesn't trigger, then as the market dips below this 43.90, you would be looking for a long above this 44.64 area right here, okay? And so that's what the plan called for the night before. As we were getting into the trading session today, we were actually looking maybe a little bit sooner than that. So the market gets up here, makes a high up here at 74, and we actually get in right in this area right here. Okay, so now this is a 15-minute chart. It looks a little bit less crowded, or a little bit like the entry could be a little bit easier to get into when you look back here on this 1 minute chart. Let's scroll back here a little bit. Okay. And so we'll come back up here. All right. So we'll take a look at this 1 minute chart as we roll through it just a little bit here. The market comes up. Let's see here. Give me a second. There's a lot of data on this particular chart, so it moves a bit more slowly. Market rallies, dips down into that level, then begins to rally up here. Okay, so as the market begins to rally, we start watching for that 44.64 area. Okay, and it's here when it comes up to 75. Actually, it comes into this area here at 44.55. it comes back up, and then it tags into the support and resistance zone, and then comes back here to 48. So it made one leg up at 4,800. Then it made a leg down at 5,000 contracts and could not get through the moving averages and could not get through the center point. And it's in this area that we got long based on this trade plan information here, right? We said that the market needs to sell off below 43.89, and then we would rally for a break above 44.64. We actually did it a bit sooner than that because, again, of the way that the wave formation was setting up here on your 1-minute chart. All right, so that's the way that we got into this trade. That's the trade that took us up and gave us the winner. The second area, though, today that we talked about is that we said the primary strategy would be to fade with an F1 tactic. Okay, fade with the F1 tactic. And let's get your tactic sheet back out. Come up here to breakouts. We want to go to fades. There's your fade trades. Here is the F1 tactic. We give you the rules. We give you a picture of the chart. This looks very similar to the way it did today, actually. This is not today's example, but it looks very similar to that, how the market rallies up, gets into the break point up here. The 15-minute RSI is oversold, and then you get a short. So we said 45.33 was the beginning of the zone where you could look to have this market start to get short. Ideally, it would travel up to 45.40, but 45.33 was the start of that zone to look for a fade. So what you would be looking for here on your 15-minute chart is you would be looking for overbought conditions as we have here, right? You are overbought conditions. The high on the day here is 44.34. That's one tick inside the zone, 44.34. And then if you fast forward to where the market is today, we got as deep as 44.41. So that's almost 100 ticks. That's 93 ticks from the high. Trade plan called the high of the day short. 45.33 was the start of the front of that zone. You are overbought on your RSI. You rallied up into that zone, and then you had a 100-tick move. But again, I want to be clear. That's what the trade plan offered you as opportunities today. I did not take full advantage of these opportunities. For the main reason why is because we are in that funded trader prep course and combine test. We are showing our members how to get through a funded trader program over at Top Step Trader. And again, I want to remind you that we are 2 days in. We only need to be at $1,000 in order to successfully complete this process. We only need to be at $1,000. We only need to be at $1,000. We're at $393, basically $394. And we are about 40% of the way there on day 2. We have to trade it for a minimum of 10 days. All right. So it pays to be patient. That's what they're trying to instill in you, is to be patient, disciplined, take small wins, minimize your risk, take small wins, and be able to get to your objectives so that you can be a consistently profitable trader. So again, there was big opportunity here on the trade plan. On the secondary strategy, rallied up into this primary strategy short, and then we fell off on the day. So that is how the day worked today. We are 2 days into this. We are up $394. We're about 40% of the way to our combine objective, and that is on day 2. And remember, we have to trade a minimum of 10 days in order to successfully accomplish our objective of finishing up this funded trader prep $50,000 combine. All right. So as always, I want to say thank you for spending time watching the videos here at the Oil Trading Group. And until next time, I want to wish you good luck and good trading.